I only ask that you take this matter seriously.
The only matter I do not take seriously, boy, is you. Your politics bore me. Your demeanor is that of a pouty child. And apparently, you alienated my favorite daughter, Gamora. I shall honor our agreement, Kree, if you bring me the order. But return to me again empty-handed, and I will bathe the Stallways in your blood. Fine. I'll do it myself.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, as you've seen from the intro, I am doing a review on my Marvel Guardian of the Galaxy Thanos. This is a movie masterpiece, 1/6 scale Thanos figure from Sideshow Toys, and he is incredible. One thing I'm going to talk about first, just real quick, to kind of get the negative out of the way, because honestly, I have zero negative to say about the figure itself. The figure itself is incredible. Very well made. The only thing I have a complaint about is one thing, just one thing about the throne, and maybe I'm nitpicking, but it just didn't make sense to me, and I'm going to point it out. I mean, if you're thinking about buying this figure and you're looking for a review, I'm going to kind of point out everything, the good and the bad. So here's the throne, and the throne is very nice, and you have to assemble the throne, which is no big deal. It's these two arms, this back piece, and these pieces, and then you got the stand and these things to make it look like it's floating. It all pops together. Very, very easy assembly. Takes not even 5 minutes. But underneath the throne, you have a spot for batteries and the LEDs. So you open up the compartment to put in your LEDs, to put in your batteries. So you put in your batteries and you turn on your LEDs. The problem I have is the switch, the on-off switch for the LEDs is under the battery compartment. I don't get that. It's under the compartment. You have to unscrew it every time and take it off to switch them on and off. Now, I put my batteries in, turn my LEDs on, and I just leave them on. The one other thing is they're not really that bright of lights. So to have them on, I mean, maybe you just might as well not. But for me, I don't care. I put the batteries in, I turned the LEDs on, I just left them on. I haven't shut them off since. But that's just a terrible design choice. In my opinion, a terrible design choice for this throne, to make it so you can't just reach down there and turn them on and off. Or put it on like a little remote. Bink, they all come on. That would have been perfect. That probably is something that could be modified on this. But either way, aside from that bad design choice, the throne is great. The throne is a very close resemblance to the movie, and I love it. I think it's a great addition to my Thanos. I think he looks incredible sitting in this throne displayed over on my shelf. The throne is nice. I'm glad that I have the throne as a display base for my Thanos. Very cool. So now we have the star of the show, which is this Thanos. And he is incredible. This Thanos, the face sculpt is just great. He comes with an extra set of hands and another pelt or whatever you call it, which is a nice addition to have too, to be able to swap out his hands. The hands are sculpted real nice. Yeah, that's very, very detailed. Very, very detailed. Loving this whole thing. Now to change this out, which I've already done for the setting position, this one's just for display purposes for him to stand. The one I have on him, it gives him a little space in here for his legs to be up and bent. Because you can see when he's just standing there, it's kind of funky. It looks a little weird. You can see his unmentionables going on under there. So normally this, if he's just standing, will cover that. But it's real simple to swap out. If you reach over here and you just kind of pull it out, it's like a little ball, and it fits in there. And then the same way, you just slide it forward and it comes loose. And then this one goes in the same way, and you just kind of slide it to the side. So you put it, the big end in the hole, and you push it to the side. The middle one just pops into this little hole here, and then you do the same over here, and you just kind of grab it and pull it, and it all just kind of goes together. Very, very simple to do, very, very easy to do. I wouldn't recommend displaying him standing like this. It's just weird, but I always have him displayed on the throne, so that's why he's on there. So anyway, let's take a closer look at this guy, because he is pretty impressive. Alrighty, so first of all, this Thanos is just one mean looking dude, and this face sculpt is pretty impressive. I guess the only thing I would have liked to have had with this Thanos is maybe an alternate head, an alternate face, with maybe the smirk that he had on his face when, you know, he was just kind of handing it to Ronan, and as he was floating away, he kind of smiled. That would have been a great addition to this Thanos. But all in all, that face, that's a nice sculpt. The helmet, look at that chin. This guy is incredible, very impressive. So, head articulation. His head goes about that far. About that far is all you're getting. Side to side movement, about that far. He can look up a little bit and look down. He looks more menacing looking like that, but you can get that. That's about the motion you're getting out of his head. Not a whole lot going on there. Now, his shoulder will swing out like that, and then it stops because of his armor, which is no big deal. So that goes up and down, and it also will spin all the way around. So you're getting full rotation in the shoulder, and the swing out is, it's about like that. So I mean, he can't slap you a high five or anything. Well, maybe he can. He can slap you a high five. Anyway, so that's your shoulder movement, which is okay. I mean, I'm perfectly happy with that. You do have an elbow joint, and the elbow does twist, so you get a rotation in the elbow as well. Then you get wrist rotation, and again, these hands seem to be on there pretty good. They do pop off, so you can interchange them, and they're not just falling off, so that's okay. So you get the wrist rotation, and that's about what you're getting in his arms. Now his waist, hardly any rotation there, and no ab crunch, so very, very little waist movement. Now his feet do kind of swivel, you know, back and forth and kind of turn, and you get a little foot rotation, not a whole lot. The knee is double jointed, so you get in the knee you get that bend, and then so you get that bend there, and then you get that bend there. So the knee is double jointed. The hip will swing out. He could do a flying side kick if he wanted, and it does rotate back and forth. It does stop there because of the armor. No big deal. So that's what you're getting in articulation. He has 22 points of articulation, and I think that's plenty. He is totally articulated enough to display him in some very, very cool poses. He can offer a handshake or a fist punch, fist bump. So anyway, that is the Thanos in the way of articulation. So here is Thanos. 22 points of articulation, perfect for displaying this guy in many, many different poses. Mostly you're probably just going to have him sitting in his throne looking awesome. And he does look awesome in his throne. And he is very authentic and detailed. His likeness to the Guardians of the Galaxy Thanos, when he turns around in his throne and just hands it to Ronan, just tells Ronan what he thinks. Very, very good likeness to that. Very, very nice figure, no doubt about it. I think the helmet head sculpt is very, very close. I mean, spot on. Movie accurate, no doubt about it. That face is great. Like I said before, an alternative one for when he's flying, when he he's backing away in his throne, and kind of has that grimacing smile, would have been fantastic as an addition. Pop this one off, put that one on, would have been great. But again, no complaints. That would have been a nice addition. Not with this particular Thanos. Maybe when they come out with another one, he'll have a different expression. But I'm happy with this expression because, I mean, Thanos is a BA, and this expression shows it. So his gold armor looks nice. It's got some battle damage, which I think looks really cool that they added some of that type of detail in his gold armor. And he is awesome. He is approximately 15 inches tall, and the throne is approximately 22 inches tall. I dig him, guys. Thanos is my all-time favorite supervillain. He's just interesting. He's very cool, and his origin and stuff. He's got a cool story going on, and I think you should check out Thanos in the comic books. Check him out as well. I think you'll much enjoy it if you're into that type of thing. So here is our Marvel's Guardian of the Galaxy movie masterpiece, 6th scale Thanos figure by Sideshow Toys. I will link Sideshow Toys below. A link to get him, and I think he's cool. I think for $415 for a figure this detailed, this movie accurate, and this quality, he is a very well put together figure. I don't think it is a bad price. It is a chunk of change, but you're paying for what you're getting, and he is incredible. So there you have it, guys. That is my review on this awesome Thanos 6th scale figure. And I think if you decide to buy him, the only throwback you may have is the switch for the LEDs, but that's just nitpicking a little bit, because overall the overall figure and the overall display of this thing is impressive. He is incredible. So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.